On set with us, we have Paul C. Hernandez, council member. We're here in Baldwin Park for the GUARDaHEART COVID-19 antibody test. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for being out here today.
Well, it's very nice. You know, we have testing, and now antibody testing is part of that mix. What brings GUARDaHEART out to Baldwin Park today?
Well, thankfully, we were able to create a partnership with GUARDaHEART Foundation and provide this free testing to our community and our partners here in our region. As we were one of the first in the San Gabriel Valley to provide the COVID testing to our residents for free, this is another tool for our residents to understand, whether they've had COVID in the past. But more importantly, to have that knowledge and to continue to practice, the safe practices. Staying at home, wearing a mask, even though you've had a COVID in the past, it's still recommended that you continue with those safe practices. So again, it's one of those things, it's one of those tools for our residents to know and to continue to be protective during this period of time.
Now, with pending lockdown just around the corner here, Governor Newsom just announced that we actually are going to have some vaccines that are going to hit California. And they're setting up a distribution system. Has Baldwin Park had any discussion on the first line of defense, what workers will get these vaccines?
That's a good question. As they're still discussing that at the state level, the county has also their point of distribution plan. So these are type of things that are being worked out at the county levels and at the state levels in regards to how the distribution will be made. At the presidential level, they've already been talking about, getting this vaccine at your doctor via that process, or perhaps, like I mentioned before, as through points of distribution. Those are still things that are still being discussed, even as we're talking today. We're still waiting to know, when the general public will receive it. I think most people would understand that the first in line to get this vaccine would be those that work in the healthcare system, and perhaps even educators, to be able to, take our children back to schools. So those are all questions that are still being discussed. And once the county shares with us what their plans are, and if we can be of any assistance to that, we certainly would be.
We also know that Pasadena has been on their own with their dining. They have dining that's available, unlike LA County, because they have their own health department. Does Baldwin Park fall into anything where they might have their own health department and have their own rules?
Well, that's certainly a good question. As you mentioned, Pasadena has the resources, and more importantly, they have the public health professionals that are out there. Their city is much smaller than the county. The county is made up of 88 cities, and to have inspectors outside of every dine or eatery makes it very difficult. One of the reasons for why I think other cities are looking at setting up their own public health department is so they could have that curated hands-on approach. It's not necessarily something that the city Baldwin Park is looking at just yet, but we're open to all options, as you can imagine, to help our businesses and our community.
Paul Hernandez, thanks for your time and have a great day.
Thank you again for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.